Dallas Bears on the flight. Let me go tune in to Keek on the mic. He gon' make sure we get our news and highlights. When you get on YouTube, you better hit the like.
This NFL reporter believes that the Chicago Bears might be willing to make a huge swing to land this all-pro player in Micah Parsons. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. First and foremost, Bears fans, happy Wednesday to every single one of you guys. I hope you guys are having a really good week so far. As you guys all know, the big talk around the NFL is still the Dallas Cowboys and Micah Parsons and Parsons trade request. It's coming out that Jerry Jones and Parsons have not spoken since the trade request. But, Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons are, speaking to the media separately. And, at the end of the day, when I'm thinking about the situation in regards to Micah Parsons, I don't truly believe that Micah Parsons wants to be traded away. And I don't believe that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys actually want to trade Micah Parsons. I think this is all part of the plan. And I think if all goes well for the Dallas Cowboys, the plan is to sign him hopefully before week 1 of the new NFL season. And I know that Jerry Jones doesn't feel confident that they will be able to get that done. But I think when all is said and done, Micah Parsons will continue to be a Dallas Cowboy. But an NFL reporter from Fox by the name of Ralph Vasciano actually wrote an article just talking about the Micah Parsons and Dallas Cowboys situation and just said the same thing that I just mentioned on today's episode of Keek on the Mic. He doesn't believe that the Dallas Cowboys are actually going to trade Micah Parsons. But he also mentioned that if they do decide to make this massive blockbuster move, he believes that there are a couple of teams that might be willing to make the big swing to land Micah Parsons. And he listed that the Chicago Bears could potentially be one of those teams. Within this article, he had this. You're talking about the best, most consistent defensive player in the game, said an NFC personnel executive, and it's possible he hasn't approached his ceiling yet, especially as a pass rusher. That's got to be worth a couple of first-round picks, maybe more. This is what Ralph Vasciano had to say in regard talking about the Chicago Bears. He said, history will show that the Mack deal was worth it for the Bears, turning them into a strong defensive team that went to the playoffs twice in his first 3 years. So in a season where it sure looks like they're going for it all, why not roll the dice on a big deal again and add a Mack-like player in Parsons? GM Ryan Poles has already had a huge offseason, completely rebuilding his offensive line in front of a young quarterback, Caleb Williams, but he hasn't done enough to fortify his 27th ranked defense. He had a defensive end, Dayo Odeyingbo, and defensive tackle, Grady Jarrett, but the Bears are still missing a game wrecker. Bears fans, we have talked time and time again if a trade for Micah Parsons would make a whole lot of sense. In my personal opinion, when you're looking at where the Chicago Bears are at, they believe that Caleb Williams is their franchise quarterback, the quarterback that can finally get them back to compete at a high level and hopefully bring them multiple Super Bowl championships. So when you have a quarterback that you believe in and you believe that he's your franchise quarterback and he is still on his rookie contract, you try to maximize the talent around him before you have to make a big time extension for your quarterback in Caleb Williams. So if Ryan Poles believes that the Chicago Bears are ready to win now, and they may be another year or two out, but if they truly believe that they are ready to win now, which I feel like the sense that I'm out of Hallis Hall and from when you're hearing Ben Johnson, when you're hearing the players at their practice, I think they believe that they are ready to start competing and winning football games. Maybe Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears will be aggressive to go make a move like this for Micah Parsons if, in fact, Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys decide to trade him away. In regard to him saying that Ryan Poles did not do enough, right? We got Dayo Odeyingbo, we got Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett is on the older side. I think he still has a couple of good years left in him. But all in all, he's not going to be here for the long term. Dayo Odeyingbo seems like he's going to make more of an impact on the inside. He has never been known really as a game wrecker where he's going to get you double-digit sacks. I think the Chicago Bears are hoping Odengbo can get to that point, but he's never been known for that in his NFL career. So when you're looking out on the opposite side of Montez Sweat, the Chicago Bears, and he is right, the Chicago Bears are still lacking a true game changer, a game wrecker on the opposite side of Montez Sweat, a guy that can consistently get into the backfield, a guy that's going to consistently wreak havoc on opposing offenses. And obviously Micah Parsons has done it time and time again in his first 4 years with the Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about 52.5 sacks, a guy that is still really learning how to play the defensive end position, right? A guy that will consistently get into the backfield, a guy that can truly be a game wrecker and a partner in crime for Montez Sweat. You guys personally already know how I feel with the idea of Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears trading for Micah Parsons. I think if Ryan Poles believes they're all in and they're ready to win now, I think he will make that aggressive move, and it would be 2018 2.0. In regards to him bringing up the Khalil Mack situation. Everyone understands that when the Chicago Bears traded for Khalil Mack back in 2018, it did change the outlook of that season. And if it wasn't for that Cody Parkey double doink missed field goal, there could have been a good opportunity for the Chicago Bears that year to possibly push for the NFC title game. So if the Chicago Bears are trying to recreate that moment, I think Micah Parsons would come here to Chicago and instantly make us a playoff contender. Of course, you have to think about, the multiple first round picks. Originally, we thought it would only be 2, but if Jerry Jones and the Cowboys really want to trade Micah Parsons, which I don't think they want to do, it may push to 3. Do the Chicago Bears really want to give up 3 first-round picks and pay Micah Parsons $40 to $45 million per year? It all depends on how they view the outlook of this football team. Once again, Micah Parsons is only 26 years old. He would help us right now and for the long-term future. And just like some personnel executives are saying around the league, they don't believe that Micah Parsons hasn't even reached his ceiling yet. If that is true, that is absolutely ridiculous because he's already one of the best young defensive players in the National Football League. He already has 52.5 sacks in his young NFL career. So this could be a big time move for the Chicago Bears if, in fact, Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys decide to trade Parsons away. So once and for all, Bears fans, there's going to be slow updates coming around out and about the possibility of the Cowboys trading away Micah Parsons. So if the Cowboys do decide to trade him away, do you think Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears should just make that big swing and really make this franchise-altering move to really solidify this defensive line and really solidify this football team as a whole to make a strong push to get back to winning ways? Let me know down below in the comment section. But Bears fans, before I let you guys go on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I just wanted to share you guys a little clip from yesterday's practice. And this really got me pumped up because this guy is going to be an absolute game changer. It was Jaquan Brisker getting into the backfield and making a very aggressive play on DeAndre Swift. But it wasn't about the play that he made. It was about the fact that after he made that big time play in the backfield, he instantly went to Ben Johnson and was basically talking that talk to head coach Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson then gave a nice smirk to Jaquan Brisker. And that's exactly the intensity that Ben Johnson is looking for from his players. And getting Jaquan Brisker back on this defense is going to be absolutely huge. I know he's on a contract year, so I know he's extra motivated. If you see him on social media, he's motivated to prove everyone in the National Football League wrong. And he is going to be an absolute game changer on the Chicago Bears defense. I know we missed them very much last season when he went down with that concussion against the Carolina Panthers. So I am really excited for Jaquan Brisker. I think he could be in line for comeback player of the year when it's all said and done. But I just wanted to show you that quick little video clip because it definitely got me pumped up to have Jaquan Brisker back on this Chicago Bears defense fully healthy. But other than that, Bears fans, make sure you guys continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears that you know. But other than that, be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys. And as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic.